Top 10 Beautiful Mountain Places. From large peaks that take days to climb to bizarrely formed bluffs that love the camera, nice mountains have very little hassle creating USA stop and stare. Few things compare to the sense of awe you'll feel once you've reached the summit of a large. Here, we've picked the foremost stunning mountains around the world and shared some high tips for visiting them. 10. Cradle Mountain, Tasmania, Australia. At 1,545 meters, this is not the tallest mountain in Australia. However, what it lacks in size, it over makes up for with beauty. High Sapphire Dove Lake, the ridged scarp of Cradle Mountain, is a kind of sight. It dominates Cradle Mountain Lake St. Clair Park, snow-freckled in winter, and rising from lush grass and forestland through summer. 9. Mount Kilimanjaro, Tanzania, Africa. Another bucket list-topping peak is volcanic Mount Kilimanjaro, which you'll notice in northeastern Tanzania, right within the center of its namesake park. The Roof of Africa could be a fitting nickname for the mountain, which is 5,895 meters at its highest purpose. Mount Kilimanjaro is truly a volcano created from a trio of peaks. Though if you're designing a visit, you'll be glad to listen to its dormant. The last eruption happened some 360,000 years ago. 8. Everest, Nepal, Tibet. The mountain is called when lauded by British surveyor Sir Martyr Mountain Peak, though the height already had two native titles, Chomolungma on the Tibetan facet and Sagarmatha in Nepal. The primary confirmed ascent to Everest summit was in 1953, by Nepali Indian and British mountaineers Asian Tenzing and Edmund Hillary, though alternative climbers had already perished in previous makes an attempt. 7. Aoraki, Mount Cook, New Zealand. New Zealand is famous for its beautiful scenery, and its highest mountain doesn't disappoint. The large bluff within the Southern Alps rises to over 3,700 meters, reflective within the glacial lakes at its feet. The name Mount Cook was given to the height by European settlers. However, native peoples had continually known it as Aoraki when a young figure from Maori legend. Currently, it goes by each name. 6. Mount Fuji, Japan. Mount Fuji is the largest peak in Japan. It is top-notch out at a banging 3,775 meters and is at its best once finished with a generous hood of snow. It's nice cultural significance too. The mountain has long been thought of sacred, attracting centuries of pilgrims of Buddhist, Shinto, and alternative faiths. 5. Vinicunca, Peru. Peru's pink and yellow-streaked Vinicunca, or Rainbow Mountain, appears to belong on another planet. However, it's a part of the Peruvian mountain range, right here on Earth. The mountain, whose colors are caused by mineral deposits, is around a 3 to 4 hour drive southeast of Cusco, an attractive town full of Spanish colonial buildings. 4. Table Mountain, South Africa. One of the world's most illustrious pinnacles, Table Mountain watches over the South African town The City from 1,085 meters at its highest purpose. As the name suggests, it's known for its distinctive flat high and additionally for its numerous life. Keep an eye fixed out for endemic African species like dassies, cute as a button, furred mammals that look a touch like plump meerkats. 3. Kirkjufell, Iceland. The surprisingly cone-like Kirkjufell, or Church Mountain, is commonly touted as Iceland's most photographed site. It's not onerous to examine why. The chromatic bluff looms over West Iceland's Snæfellsnes solid ground, with the pretty body of water Kirkjufellsfoss, and several sandy beaches in its wake. Such is its drama that the mountain even created an anaglyph serial 7 of the cult program Games of Thrones. 2. Denali, USA. Mammoth Denali is the highest peak altogether in North America. Craggy and snow-clad, it soars to over 6,190 meters higher than the water level, rising from the stark valleys of Alaska's Denali Park. The mountain was once referred to as Mount McKinley, however, when several decades of arguing, in 2016, the height was formally dubbed Denali, a reputation long utilized by native peoples. 1. Matterhorn, Switzerland, Italy. This alpine peak spans the border between Switzerland and Italy. At 4,478 meters, it's smaller than the far-famed Mont Blanc, 4,810 meters, however, its placing pyramidical form, not to mention its spot high in the cozy Swiss ski town of Zermatt, makes it the poster child for the Alps.